JC's website. I got the program, so we are going to be able to watch.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Timberwolves Stadium. I'm Lindy Peters for MendocinoTV.com. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Timberwolves Stadium. I'm Lindy Peters from MendocinoTV.com with the Bragg Timberwolves tonight. We're taking on the Lower Lake Trojans. What a beautiful evening for football. If you watched just a moment ago, the camera focused on the moon. It's not a full moon, but it's a bright moon up there. And of course, the Timberwolves are ready to hire tonight, coming off a tough loss at Cloverdale last week. The Timberwolves scored a go-ahead touchdown with about 3 minutes to go. They watched Cloverdale then, after a short kickoff to the Eagles, march downfield and score a go-ahead touchdown. Fort Bragg got the ball back, but their drive thwarted. Clavell was sacked towards the end there, and it was not to be. So the Timberwolves lost in a very exciting contest on the road at Cloverdale last Friday night. Tonight they're at home. It's a beautiful night for football, and in town, the Lower Lake Trojans. Lower Lake is led by their quarterback. He'll be wearing number 16. He's a senior, Elijah Hernandez. He's tall, he's got a strong arm, and they like to throw the ball. He's basically the main cog in their offense. So the Timberwolves, and talking to Coach Perkin before the game, he's hoping he can get a pass rush and hopefully have some good coverage downfield. But if Hernandez has time to throw and can take a look downfield and wait for a receiver to break open, this could be a tough night for the Timberwolves defense. They did get held to just 14 points by Middletown last week, but of course the Mustangs under Coach Fortner always have a great defense, so that was what happened to the Trojans. Both teams are 0-1 in league play as the captains now go out to midfield for the coin toss, and you see that the Trojans actually lock arm and the whole team comes out at least to the hash mark along with their co-captains. The Timberwolves, led by head coach Roy Perkins and their quarterback junior Julian Clavell, will be relying on their spread offense, but basically they run the ball out of that spread, and now they've actually gone to formations that are a little bit tighter than your typical spread formation. Cody Morgan is healthy. William Robertson's been running the ball well, and also John Rexroad, number 23 Rexroad, number 42 Robertson, and number 44 Morgan. Those are basically your skilled running backs. Out there as co-captains, you can see Isaac Arnold. He's a senior now, 6'2", 190. Along with him out there is Jeremy Segura, 5'11", 194. And also out there with him is number 74, Johnny Delgado. And wearing number 54 is Cody Velocci, the senior 6'1", 170-pounder. So those are your co-captains. Interesting this year that none of those co-captains are skilled position players. Notice they are linemen. So the referees right now are going to tell us. So the Trojans won the toss and elected to receive. The Lower Lake Trojans wearing their white with their blue numerals and red trim. Timberwolves, of course, with their purple home uniforms and their white pants and gray helmets. The Timberwolves and the Lower Lake Trojans getting set to kick it off here. So you can see them fired up there across the way as Fort Bragg comes back to the sideline. Now, one of the great features of a home Timberwolves game is the singing of the national anthem by the Fort Bragg High School Choir, and they do an outstanding job. Hopefully our microphones can pick it up.
Through
serenading the crowd and getting them fired up there with our national anthem. Well, we're set to go. The Timberwolves will be kicking off here tonight. As I mentioned, it's a beautiful night for football, little or no wind. We've had 3 days of outstanding weather here on the Mendocino coast where daytime temperatures have been in the 70s. And, yep, it's the time of year we like it here on the Mendocino coast, getting our Indian summer and enjoying some sunshine and warm temperatures here this evening. It will cool down tonight as this game progresses, but at least as we start, very mild temperatures in the 50s. You could almost be in shirt sleeves out here as we get ready to kick it off here tonight. Well, thanks for enjoying this game on MendocinoTV.com. We'll get the sponsors when we have a chance here, but right now let's get this thing going. I had to arrive here a little late tonight. Had another commitment that was actually still going when I left to get up here. So everybody's up for the kickoff. Hope you are too. It's the Fort Bragg Timberwolves and the Lower Lake Trojans all set to kick it off tonight from Timberwolves Stadium. Velocity with a low kick. It's a bouncer taken at about the 11-yard line up to the 20. There's a penalty flag down as around the left sideline is Darian James, the receiver and kickoff receiver, and 2 flags now fly into the picture. So typically on a kickoff, it'll be on the receiving team, but we'll wait and see. I want to thank our sponsor, Sport Chrysler Jeep Dodge, your favorite sport, North Coast Brewing Company, Mendocino Cookie Company, Dunlap Roofing, Ryan Perkins Attorney at Law, Fort Bragg Transmission and Auto Repair, not just transmissions, but auto repair too. So, looks like they're going to talk it over with the Timberwolves, and they are also talking to the sideline of Lower Lake, so let's see. So they're going to have to kick it off again. There was offsetting penalties on that play. The Timberwolves with a late hit out of bounds. That was that second flag that came flying in. The first flag blocking below the waist against the Trojans. So had that not occurred, that late hit out of bounds, why then the Timberwolves would have gained 15 yards from that personal foul. And the Trojans would have been starting fairly deep in their territory. But as it is, they're just going to kick it off again, and we'll start this thing all over. Well, if you're wondering how long it'd be before a penalty's called tonight, 10 seconds. That's how long you waited. So once again, Cody Velocity will kick it off. This time an end-over-end short kick taken at about the 35-yard line up to the 40 and then hit hard there, and the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Good field position at their own 40-yard line. Now Trout's their quarterback. Hernandez wearing number 16. Darian James wearing number 1. Aries Brook and Adam DeLeon are your skill receivers. Coming out here wide, number 11, Gavin Watson. In the slot outside of him is James. Out of the shotgun is Hernandez with 1 back there with him. Man comes in motion, slot man. Hernandez gives to the first man through. Right up the middle he goes and picks up about 4 yards. Ball carrier that time was Brooks. Brook, that is. Aries Brook, a junior. So pick up about 3. 2nd down and 7. Just underway, 11:30 to go. They play 12-minute quarters in high school football. The Trojans with the ball on their own 43-yard line. 3 men split out here right. 1 man to the left. The lone back is Brook. Hernandez gives it to him again. Brook gets through 1 tackle and then is dropped at about midfield. Down at the bottom of that is Wyatt Curti, who made the stop. Velocity also in there. And Logan Ponce also helping to make the spot. And Myrtle also in there. So it's 3rd down and 5. Well, see if the Trojans put it in the air here. Your typical spread now. 2 men left, 2 men right, 1 back, and out of the shotgun, Hernandez takes the snap for the Trojans. trying to draw him off sides first. So that didn't work. So now they're going to a designed play. It looked like someone may have jumped. No call, though. There's a quick pass. Man makes a catch, gets a first down. Up the sideline he goes. Curti, the man out there. We have a penalty flag. A late hit, I think, in the backfield. That might be on the Trojans. Let's wait and see. It looked to me like Jeremy Segura was hit late after that ball was running up the sideline away from the play, and those were where the flags were hit, but I didn't, I'm not the official out there. Let's wait and see what they're going to call. It would have been a first down for the Trojans on that play, but I think it's going to come back here. Trojans seem to think so as well as they begin to retreat. Let's see if this is a 10 or a 5-yard variety, or maybe even a 15er. Let's see. That'll be a 15. So an unsportsmanlike conduct is called against the Trojans, but it's a dead ball foul. So I believe that they get the first down, and then they're going to move. Well, let's wait and see here. I'm not sure exactly what he just tried to explain, but the downs marker, the chain gang over there, have a 3rd and 12. I like it. I thought he was trying to say it was going to be a first down at the 38-yard line for the Trojans, but he's signaling over there, the official to the sideline, as if they've got something wrong, and there you go. That, in fact, it is a first down at the 38-yard line. First down and 10 for the Trojans on that dead ball penalty. Hernandez back to pass this time. Gets flushed out of the pocket. Penalty flags are down. Long bomb. Man is there. He's got it inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. However, we got penalty flags on the play. Back where holding is no doubt the call. Let's see. Boy, the Trojans have come in here and made the officials work. In about a minute and a half, that is the 3rd penalty on the Trojans. This one's going to hurt. That ball was inside the 15 down to the 12. What a toss from Hernandez that time to the receiver. That was James. However, that play is nullified on the penalty, and instead the Trojans have it first down at their own 20. They have to get it out to their 47-yard line for a first down. So it's first down at about 27. Three men split out here, right? One man left for the Trojans. The Timberwolves been on defense here. There's a quick pitch. Brook cuts back after getting around the outside. Nice tackle that time by Richardson, dropping him after he picked up a short gain, maybe about a yard. Second down and 9, or second down and 26, that is. First quarter, no score. Lindy Peters from MendocinoTV.com. Fort Bragg Timberwolves football from Timberwolves Stadium. Under the lights and a beautiful evening here in Fort Bragg. No wind at all. So second down and 26. This time Hernandez sends 3 men out to the right here, 2 men out to the left. There's a snap. He's looking to his left. He throws, and the ball is tipped by Falassi, I think, and incomplete. Intended for Brook that time. We got penalty flags all over the field again. This time it might be on the Timberwolves, or it could be another holding call. Let's see. And if it is against the Trojans, the coach might want to call a timeout and say, hey, guys, we're supposed to be going the other way. Again, Trojans are marching backwards here. Holding. So the Timberwolves decline that penalty and make it third down. Now, remember, Hernandez showed us he's got a great arm. He put it in the air. Probably it looked about 50 yards on one play there just a minute ago that was nullified by a penalty. So he needs a big play here. Third down at about 26. Back to pass. Hernandez throws it to the man cutting across, and he breaks one tackle that's well short of the first down, gets across the 30 up to about the 32. Dropped that time by Richardson. Or Robertson, I'm sorry. That was Gonzalez who made the catch. So it'll be fourth down at about 15. Nice tackle that time by William Robertson for the Timberwolves. So back to receive the punt is Julian Clavel. Back to punt for the Trojans is Gavin Watson. Fort Bragg will get their hands on the ball for the first time here after stopping the Trojans. There's the snap. Kick is away. It's a low kick to the left sideline. Takes a good Trojan bounce. Back up a hash mark it goes down to about the 33-yard line where it's down by the Trojans. So only close to about a 30-yard punt. Fort Bragg has it first down. Decent field position too. Ball be at their own 38-yard line. So this is the first time the Timberwolves will have the football. Their offense has evolved a little bit over the first 3 games. They have been running the ball a lot more than throwing the ball. Right now, though, Cody Morgan, the running back who's carried a bulk of the carries this year, is on the sideline. There's penalty flags immediately before the Timberwolves even get a play off. So the Timberwolves don't even get a snap, and we got a penalty. Illegal substitution that time, making it 5 yards the other way, and it'll be first down and 15. The ball back now at the 32. Clavel sends Myrtle out here left. 2 men in the backfield now. Moving over to the slot position is Ponce. Clavel takes a snap, gives it to the running back. That's Robertson. Robertson trying to get outside. Just can't quite get outside. Nice tackle that time. Diego Gonzalez for the Trojans, saving what could have been a big gain. As it was, a nice gain from Robertson. He did pick up about 8 yards. Getting back to the, looks like about the 44-yard line, setting up second down and 8. The Trojans don't have a lot of personnel across the sideline. Our camera might be able to pick that up at some point, but I only see maybe 3 or 4 substitutions over there. So these guys are going to be going the whole way, it looks like. Fort Bragg, of course, with a lot more players to select from, and that could be a factor later in the game. Timberwolves in the I formation, and Coach Perkins, you could call a timeout up here. He is frustrated. And I know talking to him before the game, he's still a little frustrated by mistakes. And that's one thing you can coach. There's not much you can do about a kid that's really talented on the other team that's breaking tackles and scoring at will. But when your team is making mistakes, whether it's the wrong personnel for a formation, whether it's the wrong formation for the play, those are the kind of mistakes Fort Bragg has been making. And they've been sometimes missing assignments, too, on key plays, where if just one guy had executed his block, they would have had a big play. And that's happened numerous times, according to Coach Perkins this year. And it is early, and it's still a pretty young team, too, so you can understand that. But it is frustrating, especially when you're the coach. Second down and 8. So the backs are not in the I formation. They're split. That's probably why he wasn't too happy about that. This time Clavel fakes. He is hit as soon as he throws. He had Morgan wide open, and Clavel is slow getting up. Somebody came on block that time for the Trojans. It was Cole Dowd. I believe it was at Hernandez. I couldn't tell the number that time. It might have been their quarterback Hernandez. No gain on the play, 3rd and 8. Boy, it's too bad Clavel couldn't get that pass off because Morgan had a lot of grass out in front of him to take off. Would have got a first down, I'm sure. Open field. Clavel comes to the sideline, gets the play, and runs back out. 7:49 to go, first quarter, no score. Just underway here as Clavel tells him to hurry up. This time right over center is Clavel. 3rd down and 8. Pitches back to Robertson. Robertson trying to get over the right side. Got one block. Cuts back. Gets his tackle. Ooh, I think he got the first down. He did. Second effort to midfield. William Robertson. Good second effort that time. It looked, it's hard to tell from our angle here if he had a seam there to cut up field. And it looked as though the Trojans defense had sealed him off on the sideline there. And all of a sudden he cut it back inside instead of going towards the sideline and picked up a first down. So nice run by Robertson that time, a good individual effort. First and 10, Fort Bragg at the 50-yard line. No score, first quarter. 7:26 to go. Lindy Peters here for MendocinoTV.com. First down. Right at midfield. Clavel gives it to Robertson. Robertson coming around the left side. Gets a nice block and moves close to another first down to about the 39 or 40-yard line. Nice move by Robertson, reading his blocks nicely. The right guard that time pulled and really helped get the flow of that play going. No score. Timberwolves get across midfield to the 41-yard line. First down, 6:35 to go here. And Curti can't get off the field in time. Another 5-yard penalty as Coach Perkins. I guess they had 12 men in the huddle again. Here's the deal. If you're making a substitution, there's 11 guys out there. One guy's got to run out, and one guy's got to run in. But you can't run in and then have 12 guys and then have one guy run out. That is called an illegal substitution or 12 men in the huddle, and that's what happened that time. So the Timberwolves have it, second down. Clavel rolling to his right. The lefty looks. Now he throws it. Deep, got him in, wide open. That's Myrtle. He's got it at the 15 to the 10. Touchdown Timberwolves. Good things happen when you look downfield. Clavel rolling to his right, looking up the sideline, then suddenly he just kind of looked back across the field, and there, standing all alone at the 15-yard line, right in the middle of the field was Myrtle, and he just said, hey, here I am, Justin Myrtle, touchdown Timberwolves. 40-yard touchdown pass from Julian Clavel to Justin Myrtle. The Timberwolves now trying to get the extra point as they lead 6-0, 5:54 to go first quarter. There's a snap, spots down, the kick is blocked. So the Timberwolves take the lead here in the first quarter, though. The score with 5:54 to go in this first quarter. It's Fort Bragg 6, Lower Lake nothing. And again, our thanks to Fort Bragg Transmission and Auto Repair. Not just transmissions, but auto repair too. Ryan Perkins, attorney at law, the only attorney in Fort Bragg who was once wearing that purple and white out there on the football field. Dunlap Roofing, Mendocino Cookie Company, North Coast Brewing Company, and Sport Chrysler Jeep Dodge, your favorite sport. Lindy Peters from MendocinoTV.com. Our thanks to Terry Vaughn for bringing us Timberwolves football on a Friday night under the lights. And Fort Bragg has drawn first blood. They kept the ball on the ground as William Robertson got a couple of first downs. And then on second down and 5, Julian Clavel again rolling to the opposite side. He's a lefty. He was rolling to his right and then threw it back across his body. And standing all alone was Justin Myrtle at the 15-yard line. He just had to gather it in and turn and walk untouched into the end zone. All right, so the Timberwolves will kick it off. The Trojans getting set to receive now. 2 men are deep. Back there deep to receive for Lower Lake. Wearing number 1 is Darian James, and number 5 is Diego Gonzalez. Cody Velocci to kick it off for the Timberwolves. And here's a kick. End over end. Bounces at the 30 to the 25 and gets out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. So the Trojans will have good field position here as they will take over the ball at their own 35, I think is where they spot it. Either their own 35 or 40, I forget, in high school. Believe it or not, it doesn't happen too often in high school. Right now, the Lower Lake coach is talking with the official over there. Do they want to re-kick it or do they want to... You can hear the team across the way, assistant coaches saying re-kick. So if they re-kick now, they're going to have to kick it from further deep. From the 30, re-kicking it from their own 35. Velocity's kick goes about the same spot, 22-yard line. Man's got some speed as he tries to turn the corner on the right side. That's Darian James, and he is horse-collared out of bounds that time by William Robertson at about the 45-yard line. Or that was Giuseppe McKinney also there. Or did he just happen to be standing on the sideline there? I'm not sure, but anyway. Morgan, who did not start in the backfield on that last series, is out there right now on this series. He did play in that last series. He just didn't start. He's out there now on defense. All right. Hernandez sends a man in motion for the Trojans. Takes the snap. Gives it to the man right up the middle, and he is stopped. Little or no gain. Nice tackle that time. That was Aries Brook, the ball carrier. He was met that time by Isaac Arnold. No gain, 2nd down and 9. Well, like I said, at the outset of this game, the head coach for the Timberwolves, Roy Perkins, figured that the Trojans would be putting the ball in the air a lot, but so far they've been keeping it on the ground. Fort Bragg 6, Lower Lake nothing. 5:13 to go first quarter here at Timberwolves Stadium, and the Trojans have the ball for the second time here in the first quarter. Hernandez in at shotgun. This time a little quarterback draw, and he is dropped. In there along with Arnold to make the stop is James Nelson. No gain on the play, 3rd down and 10. So now I think you'll see Hernandez put it in the air here, 3rd and long. Arnold, a senior, has been putting a little pressure on that Trojan running game here so far. Let's see if he can put a little pressure on the quarterback. 2 men. Well, actually, that's 3 men splitting out left, 1 man splitting out to the right. Watch out for the man out here to the right. That's Darian James. Back to pass is Hernandez, and a ball's whistled dead. Illegal procedure or a false start against the Trojans. It's going to be 3rd down and 15 now. 5-yard penalty back to their own 40. 4:26 to go. First quarter, 6-0 Timberwolves. Lindy Peters here for Mendocino.com. Thanks for joining us. Next week, we're on the road in Kelseyville, taking on the Kelseyville Knights, who always have a good football program. So it'll be a road trip for the Timberwolves next week. They'd like to get a win here at home, their first league win. So 3rd down and 15 now for the Trojans. Split out here to the right. That's Darian James. Slotted inside him, Gavin Watson. 2 men split out to the left for the Trojans. Hernandez, and again a man moved. That was the back Aries Brook. It looked like jumped. Let's see what the call is. Poor Trojans, eh? Oh, just an equipment violation. Well, that's good. I was going to say, you really, even though the Timberwolves obviously want to get a win here tonight, it'd be nice if you could get a few plays off without a penalty. But as long as it's on the other team, I guess that's okay. 3rd down and 15. 2 men left, 2 men right. Spread formation for Hernandez. It's a little draw play, and he is hit just as he throws. Velocity and Isaac Arnold on the hit. And he tried to set up a screen, but the pressure was a little too much on Hernandez. On a screen play, you're supposed to let the defensive line in there, but you got to block them for a second. You got to slow the momentum. They can't just pin their ear back and go back, go out of the quarter after the quarterback. So that time, even though the screen was there, the line was gone. The linebackers were dropping back. There was a possible 1st down with a completion. Too much pressure. And again, Isaac Arnold, the man applying that pressure. So the Trojans will have to punt. 4th down and 14. Timberwolves up 6-0. Clavel to receive the punt. High kick, good kick. Clavel calls for a fair catch and drops back down to his bottom. Landing there on his cheeks at the 31. .325 to go the first quarter. The Timberwolves, who found pay dirt their first offensive series, have again now. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Wyatt Curday gets off the field this time before they break the huddle, which is good. if in fact he's supposed to be off the field, and I think he is. Timberwolves now out of the spread. Clavel with the back here gives the pitch to Morgan. Morgan dances away from one guy and then is out of bounds after picking up a few yards, up actually maybe about 5 yards, I think. It's on the near sideline, and the chain gang's on the far sideline, so it's kind of hard to tell, but he did pick up about 5, so it'll be 2nd down and 5. Ball at the 42-yard line, 37-yard line, that is. 2nd down now for the Timberwolves. Good first down gain. 3:17 to go first quarter, but with him going out of bounds, the clock stops. 6-0 Fort Bragg. Rexroad comes out here to the left now. He goes over to the right side. Myrtle slotted here left side. 2-back split behind Clavel. Fake. Clavel's going to run, cuts it back, and has a first down, I think, across the 44 up to the 40, well, call it the 44-yard line. I believe that's a first down. It is, and the Timberwolves move the chains. 3:10 to go. First quarter, 6-0 Timberwolves. Coach Don DeVille on the sideline going, come on, you guys, let's hurry up. Let's keep this momentum going. We got a nice first down here. Let's not stall ourselves. Clavel gives. First man through, that's Morgan. And Morgan with a tough yard or two. He was hit near the line of scrimmage. Tackle the Trojans that time by Jose Leon Garcia, and also in there was Jose Onate. 2:24 to go. First quarter, 6-0 Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves break huddle. Rexroad coming out here left now. Clavel again right over center. 2nd down and 8. Backs are split behind him. Robertson and Morgan. Trojans jump off sides that time. A hard count by Clavel, and I think that was intentional. He's taking advantage of a defense that's getting a little aggressive here. So 5-yard penalty against the Trojans. Again, we do not have a stat man here in our scheduled crew, but I'm sure the penalty yardages is really beginning to add up against the Trojans. So it'll be 2nd down and 3 instead of 2nd down and 8. Same formation for Clavel. This time he gives it to Robertson. He's got some room. He gets a first down and more. He spins away. He's still on his feet, and he gets across the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Tough running from William Robertson. Robertson, not the biggest guy, as a running back, but he's shifty. And if he can get in the open field, he's got just enough speed and just enough moves to break off some big yardage occasionally, just as he did there. First down, Timberwolves, the ball at the Trojan 31. Clavel again right over center. Gives it to Robertson again. Robertson ducks under the man and gets inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. Call it a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8, down to minute 16 to go here in this first quarter. Fort Bragg leading 6-0 on a 41-yard pass from Clavel to Myrtle. So 2nd down now and 7 for the Timberwolves as they look a little confused, and I think Coach Perkins is going to have to call another timeout here. Or maybe the Trojan. No, it was Fort Bragg called the timeout again. It looked like they were a little confused on the formation that time, and Coach Perkins holding his palms up in the air as if to say, come on. But, that's what you do. You call a timeout. And, again, it's still early. I know the Timberwolves have had 3 games under their belt now, but it's still early in the season, and they are going to make occasional mistakes when it comes to getting the right formation, the right personnel out there. But you would hope that those are fewer and farther between at this point as the season progresses. It'll be 2nd down and about 7 here as they come back to action after that timeout. Robertson is on the sideline here. I don't know that he went back out for this play. No, he's still on the sideline. So Rexroad's back there along with Clavel. And Morgan, I think, in the backfield on the second down play. Myrtle is slotted on the right side as we get set following the timeout. Under a minute to go, first quarter, 6-0 Fort Bragg, 53 seconds. And they'll switch positions here. So they come back to action now. Clavel over center. Gives it to Morgan. Morgan right up the middle. He's got a first down. He breaks a tackle. Here comes the end zone. 5. Corner. Touchdown Timberwolves. And a penalty flag late. 2 or 3 penalty flags late. Boy, one of the officials threw about a 30-yard flag there. Right in the corner where Morgan went across the corner. I guess that was a little redundant. That penalty flags are in the corner where he went in the corner. Late hit out of bounds against the Trojans, so the 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. The touchdown is good, so it's 12-0. Nice run from Cody Morgan as he went about 18 yards with that one. Really broke it at about the 10-yard line, and then it was just a matter of getting to the corner before the defense could get there, and he did. Timberwolves go for 2 points. Clavel takes a snap, fakes as though he's going to run, gives it back to Morgan. Morgan has one man to beat, cuts back, runs him over, and did he get to the flag? I don't think he got to the pylon. No, he did not. So the extra point is no good, and it's Fort Bragg 12 and Lower Lake nothing. With 43 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Timberwolves have put 12 points on the board unanswered thus far tonight, as they really got the running game going. And when you're ahead and you got the running game going, boy, that's an extra bonus because you can take a lot of time off the clock on each offensive possession. So while we get ready for the kickoff, once again, it gives us a chance to thank our sponsors, including Mendocino Cookie Company, Dunlap Roofing, done once, done right. Ryan Perkins, attorney at law. Fort Bragg Transmission and Auto Repair, not just transmissions, but auto repair too. Mendocino Cookie Company, North Coast Brewing Company, and Sport Chrysler Jeep Dodge, your favorite sport. Fort Bragg 12, Lower Lake nothing. So Fort Bragg off to a good start here so far. All right, so here comes the kickoff. Remember, there was a 15-yard penalty, so Velocity kicks it off from their 45. Deep kick into the end zone. And why did he call a touchback? He could have run it back. The official called a touchback when the ball went into the end zone. I'm confused. I guess in high school you can't return the ball out of the end zone. I just learned something there. A good call by the official. You just don't see that very well. First of all, you don't see too many high schoolers kick it into the end zone. All right, here we go. First down. Hernandez, low snap, quick toss out to the left side. Kurdai can't make the stop. Man spins away up the left sideline, out of bounds, close to a first down. Nice, shifty little move that time. Kurdai, pretty sure tackler, but not that time. That was Gavin Watson. Anyway, it's close to a first down, not quite a 9-yard pickup. So second down and short now for the Trojans. 33 seconds to go first quarter. Fort Bragg 12, Lower Lake nothing. This time, fake. Hernandez keeps it. He's going to lose yardage. Velocity in there. Also, Logan Ponce makes the stop. That should be the last play of the first quarter. Setting up third down and short. No gain. They didn't lose any yards, but no gain on the play. Clock continues to run, 14, 13, 12. I imagine Lower Lake will just come up to the line of scrimmage and, well, they might get the play off. Let's see. Hernandez I don't think it's good. There's the end of the first quarter. The horn sounds, and that'll do it. Hey, Fort Bragg leading Lower Lake 12-0. Touchdown run from Cody Morgan of about 18 yards and a 41-yard pass from Julian Clavel to Justin Myrtle, and that's the scoring so far. Both extra points have failed. It's Fort Bragg 12, Lower Lake nothing as we get set here to begin this second quarter. Tough loss last week for the Timberwolves. They really battled it out at Cloverdale and were ahead late in the game, scoring a go-ahead touchdown with just a few minutes to go, but the Trojans answered, the Eagles, that is, from Cloverdale answered to take the lead back, and then Fort Bragg almost able to move the ball down with about a minute to go, but unable to do so. Eagles defense held them, and Fort Bragg lost to Cloverdale on the road last week. So they are 0-1, hoping to rebound tonight in NCL1 league play against the Trojans and put one in the win column. All right, here we go. Hernandez now with his team trailing 12-0 and a traditional spread formation. One man comes in motion now across the formation, and there's a quick throw, like a little screen to the wide receiver, and he picks up about 6 yards, enough for a first down anyway. That was a big first down for the Trojans. Watson, the receiver. You see that play sometimes where the two men on the far side either side on a spread formation will wait, and the guy coming across then will catch the pass, and those, instead of going out for a pass, they actually block like a screen pass. That's what that was there, a first down for the Trojans. This time 3 men split out here left, 1 man behind in the backfield with Hernandez. He's looking this way, throw, short pass, and incomplete. I think Aries Brooks, the intended receiver, heard some footsteps that time. I'm not sure, or took his eye off the ball because there seemed to be some open field ahead of him. That'll happen sometimes too. You know, sometimes you'll be worried about contact. Other times it's just like, oh gosh, if I could just catch this, you know, and you take your eye off the ball looking upfield at how open it is, and you actually then miss the pass. It kind of looked like that might have happened that time. So second down and 10. This time, pitch back to Brook, and a nice knifing tackle that time, initial hit for the Timberwolves by Kurtai. And just pick up a couple, but not much. Third down and 7. Mitchell also in there on the stop for the Timberwolves. 11 minutes to go till halftime. Fort Bragg leading 12-0. All right, another third down play. 3rd and 6. Diego Gonzalez splits out here to the left. 3 men split out to the right. Hernandez with 1 back. That is Brook behind him. He takes the snap. He's looking to his right. He throws, and it's caught. And he's got a first down, and finally Ponce is able to spin him around and down. But there is a penalty flag in the backfield. It could come back due to a hold. There's the call, holding against the Trojans. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, but it'll set up 3rd and long. 10:46 to go till halftime. Fort Bragg 12, Lower Lake nothing. Lindy Peters here from MendocinoTV.com. Thanks for making us part of your evening. Beautiful night here at Timberwolves Stadium. If you're watching live, we certainly enjoy you tuning in to our webcast. And, of course, this will be watched on replay as well. So if you're choosing to view this game on replay, thanks for joining us for the replay. 3rd down and about 20 now for the Trojans. Ball back at about the 15-yard line. Back to pass Hernandez. He's got time. He throws incomplete over the middle. And again, there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. And it looked as though Jeremy Segura pointed at the man. And there's the call. Hold against the Trojans again. They might actually decline the penalty this time because it'll be 4th down and 20. There you go. So 4th down and 20, the Trojans will have to kick. The Timberwolves will get it back, 10:30 to go, leading 12-0 here. It's 10:30 to go until halftime. You got to really feel for all the teams from Lake County, all the fires they've had over there the last few years. It's been very difficult on everybody, but certainly, anyway, here's the punt. It takes a Fort Bragg bouncing. Fort Bragg bounces. It bounces at about the 49-yard line. Whistle blew to down the football, so Velocity picked it up to run, but you can't. But back to my point, Middletown, Lower Lake, Clear Lake, Upper Lake, St. Helena, all the schools, not so much St. Helena, but the schools in Lake County have really had to face some difficult situations with those fires. And I'm not talking about just, having to practice in the smoke. I'm talking about families who lost their homes and have had to, make do with what they can under those circumstances. So it's difficult for Lake County right now. Cody Morgan takes the handoff for the Timberwolves and goes right off left tackle, picks up about 6 yards up to about the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 4 as the Timberwolves keep the ball on the ground. 10 minutes to go until halftime. This is the old Timberwolves style football, smash mouth. Occasional misdirection, occasional counter play or something like that, but overall you're straight ahead football. Backs are in the I formation. They give it to William Robertson. Second back through, gets a nice block from Cody Morgan. They're still on his feet over the left side and finally brought down after picking up a first down all the way down to about the 25-yard line. Boy, William Robertson really running the ball well tonight. Got a nice block from his fullback, Cody Morgan, that time to help him spring initially off the line of scrimmage. So the Timberwolves move it all the way down now to the 25-yard line, first down. (12-0) Fort Bragg. Beautiful evening here at Timberwolves Stadium. 9:27 to go until halftime. Fort Bragg keeping the ball on the ground for the most part as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Another split backfield behind Clavel. They give it to Morgan, or fake to Morgan, give it back to Robertson. He breaks one tackle, dives forward, and then penalty flags come flying in. So we'll sort this one out. Oh boy, both of them against the Timberwolves. Boy, it's too bad that block in the back almost looked as though it came in after the play was over. So now they're going to move it back and it'll be first down and looks like about 21 yards to go for a Timberwolves first down to move the chains. They'll have to get it all the way down to about the 15-yard line. So the ball's at about the 35-yard line. They got to get it down to about the 14, so call it first down and 21. And now another Timberwolves have called their third timeout. And again, I think they came out of the huddle and were probably not going to get the playoff in time, and they didn't want to get another 5-yard penalty, so Coach Perkins called his final timeout of the half. 12-0 Fort Bragg. If you are watching this live and you tuned in late, Julian Clavel threw a 41-yard touchdown pass to Justin Myrtle. That was the first score. And the second score, a 21-yard run from Cody Morgan. Both extra points failed. The kick on the first touchdown was blocked. The second was a 2-point conversion that failed. So that's it, 12-0. The Trojans have hurt themselves with a lot of penalties, some of them on key plays. But overall, Fort Bragg defense has done a pretty good job so far here tonight, as evidenced by the big 0 up there on the scoreboard. But there's still plenty of time to go. I mean, 9:03 to go second quarter. There's a lot of football left here. As we come back to play now, it's first down and 21 for the Timberwolves. Myrtle split out here to the right. Rexroad inside of him on the slot. Clavel will be out of the shotgun now. Takes the snap, rolling this way. Getting some pressure blind side, looks, throws, incomplete as he is hit. As soon as he throws the football that time, Rexroad, the intended receiver, was open. But Clavel got hit, second down and 21. Clock stops, 8:56 to go till half. Starting to cool down a little bit now here at Timberwolves Stadium, but still beautiful evening for football. No wind. And the skies remain clear. Sometimes when it chills down is when that marine layer starts moving back in, but right now it remains clear and there is a pretty nice mild temperature right now. Clavel back to pass on 2nd and long. Got some time. Penalty flags are down. Rolls and throws just as he's hit. That'll be another penalty flag for intentional grounding. And boy, it's turning into a penalty fest out here. $8:44 to go in the second quarter. This will be against the Timberwolves. It'll be a loss of down if they take the intentional grounding, which I would think they would. Would be 3rd down and 30, I think. Let's see where they mark it. So there you have it, intentional grounding. It's going to be 3rd down now and 25. For the most part this year, the Timberwolves have not played risk offense. You know, you don't see a lot of double reverses and end arounds and things like that. So 3rd and long, will we see a screen? I don't know. Probably run the football, and that's exactly what they do. William Robertson is upended right at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle that time by the Trojans. It's Dominic Lopez who made the stop. So 4th down, Fort Bragg leading 12-0. We'll kick it away and try and hope to at least give the Trojans some poor field position to start their next offensive series. One man back to receive. That's Darius James. There's the punt. It's a high kick, not a very far kick. So there was a short kick, not much of a bounce either. The Timberwolves will down it at about the 37-yard line, where it'll be 1st down for the Trojans. First and 10, Timberwolves. Delgado running out there. A little late on defense for the Timberwolves. 3 men split out here left as the Trojans take over 1st and 10, trailing 12-0. Hernandez. Short drop. Now he gets in trouble. He's sacked. Cody Velazzi in there on the sack, I think. Delgado also helping to put a little pressure on him. So just what Perkins wanted. Coach Perkins said we got to put a little pressure on him, their quarterback. And that time, a nice loss of about 11 yards. It's 2nd down and 21. With that sack, the clock runs. 7:24 to go until halftime. Fort Bragg leading 12-0. Penalties have made this game take a lot longer than it normally should under the circumstances. There's a snap back. Hernandez looks, throws, pass is caught, and Curti can't quite make the stop, and then a penalty flag comes flying in there right at the point of contact. I'm not sure what that's going to be about, but the Timberwolves did stop the play well short of any kind of a gain. They're going to talk it over a little bit. I wonder if they pick this one up. Sometimes if they talk it over long enough, although I do see another penalty flag back closer to midfield, or closer to the mid-stripe, not midfield, but to the middle of the field. Anyway, there are 2 penalty flags down, and they are talking it over. And this has just become, like I said, one penalty after another, which only extends the game and takes a team out of any kind of rhythm they possibly could get into, especially when you have to talk it over like this. Well, the bottom line is there's 6:57 to go in the first half. Fort Bragg's leading 12-0 on a short little gain there on that play after a tackle at about the 22-yard line. The game came to a thundering halt here because 2 penalty flags are down and they can't seem to figure out what it is. Here we go. Well, again, both penalties are on the offense. So personal foul called against the Trojans is the one that they'll take. There were 2 penalties on that play, but the personal foul's a 15-yarder. Third down, 15-yard penalty, and it's going to be a long ways to get a first down. They have to get all the way out to the 47-yard line. Now they're over there explaining it to the coach for the Trojans. Boy. Almost had time to make a pizza run during that one. Still not back to action. So they'll mark it off. 15-yard dead ball personal foul penalty. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Half the distance to the goal, I thought he said, but the ball is spotted at about it looks like about the 14-yard line. Like I said, they have to get almost to midfield, 47-yard line to get a first down. So well over 30 yards to go for the Trojans. Hernandez out of the spread formation, back to pass. Scrambles away to his right. Now he throws downfield, and it is caught, but short of the first down. Well short. Picked up maybe about 8-10 yards. Oh, it's incomplete. I'm sorry. I thought he caught it, but it's incomplete, so it'll be 4th and long. The Trojans will punt from deep in their own territory. 6:41 to go until half. The Timberwolves will hopefully get the ball in pretty decent field position here after this punt. You know you're watching a high school football game when your quarterback is the punt returner. Although Joe Theismann used to do it. There's the punt. Clavel takes it, downs it as a fair catch at the 35, and the Timberwolves have it first down. 6:34 to go, 12-0. Timberwolves here in the second quarter. See if they can, if not score again before halftime, at least take some time off the clock here and keep possession of the football. All right, the Timberwolves have it first down. Right over center now is Clavel. Backs Robertson and Morgan split behind him. Snap. Give to Morgan. Morgan's over the left tackle and is spun down. Boy, he was just about to break free, and here come the penalty flags. It might have been a face mask. Just sort of looked odd the way he turned when he got tackled, but then again, I don't know. Let's see. Looks like that's going to be against the Trojans. Morgan did pick up some yardage. Well, it's a horse collar tackle. That's why he moves sideways. 15-yard penalty all the way down to the 15-yard line. Again, don't have a stat man, but I just can't even imagine the penalty yardage against the Trojans here. And we're not even at halftime yet. First down, Timberwolves at the 15-yard line. Clavel, long count. Gives to Morgan. He's up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He dives forward. He's in. Touchdown, Timberwolves. A tough run from Cody Morgan. 15 yards and his second touchdown. That was a great individual effort. And it's now 18-0 Timberwolves.
And that didn't take them very long. They got the ball back with 6:41. That big penalty, of course, set that up. Anyway, they'll go for two. Morgan in the backfield along with Robertson. Clavel takes a snap, gives it to Morgan. Same play they scored on, and he again tries to get in and does. The extra point is good. So it's 20-0 Timberwolves, 6:07 to go before halftime. All right, we're back here for the second half. Fort Bragg leading 20-0 here at halftime. Timberwolves Stadium, Lindy Peters from MendocinoTV.com. Fort Bragg scoring on a couple of runs from Cody Morgan, one of them from about 21 yards out, and another one from about 18 yards out. And we had a 41-yard touchdown pass from Julian Clavel to Justin Myrtle. The only conversion was a two-point conversion that Cody Morgan was able to get into the end zone, and that's been it. 20-0 the score. An unbelievable amount of penalty yardage assessed against the Lower Lake Trojans so far tonight. Fort Bragg's had their share of penalties as well. As I mentioned, it's almost as though it's an anomaly when there isn't a penalty called on a play. They just added 3 more minutes to the scoreboard here. We were about ready to get kickoff, but now it looks as though we're going to have a few more minutes to go. One of the things about penalties, too, is, I mentioned it'll slow the pace of the game and get a team out of rhythm, but it's also a good teaching guide, as long as it's not getting ridiculous, of correcting mistakes that the players are making. You're not only assessing a penalty, but you're also hopefully telling the kid, do you know what you did wrong? Don't do it again, kind of a thing. But I'm not sure anybody seems to be learning any kind of a lesson here tonight because we've had so many penalties. $20-0 Timberwolves. Now, one of these teams is going to go home without a win in league play in the first 2 games. And a little bit of a hole. But Fort Bragg, of course, narrowly defeated by Cloverdale on the road last week. And Lower Lake defeated by Middletown last week. They did get some points on the board against the Mustangs, and so far tonight they have not been successful against this Timberwolves defense. But as I mentioned, they've hurt themselves so much with those penalties. All right, now they're huddled around Coach Perkins getting set. Now remember, the Timberwolves kicked off to begin this game, so I'm fairly certain they'll be getting the kickoff to begin the second half. Lower Lake huddled against their coach on the far sideline there, getting final instructions to begin the second half. Get a little Earth, Wind, and Fire music going here. Not sure why there's a delay here, but we're getting ready to go. Robertson will be back to receive the kick. Trojans still not ready to go now. They're running out there. And we're set to go. Second half about ready to get underway. The Timberwolves with a 20-0 lead. Watson to do the honors for the Trojans, kicking it off. I wonder if they'll try an onside kick. I think they might have there. Oh, loose football. Fair catch was called for and missed. But I believe the Timberwolves have it. Cole Killian on that football. Anyway, the Timberwolves have it first down, leading 20-0. Timberwolves will have it at their own 42-yard line, first down. All right, here we go. First down, Timberwolves at their own 40, well, let's call it the 41-yard line, leading 20-0. They play 12 1/4 here, so the Timberwolves to begin the second half with the football and the lead. Clavell right over center, takes a snap, gives it to William Robertson. Robertson breaks a tackle and gets close to a first down across midfield. About a 9-yard pickup. First play of the second half, and Robertson gets about 9 yards. So it'll be second down and short. Back split behind Clavell. Out of that same running formation on the last play. And this time they come the other way with Morgan. Morgan following Delgado. He's got a first down and more across to the 41-yard line. Then a little piling on going on. We got penalty flags everywhere. We got a fight going on out there. Boy. Well, we'll sort this one out. I'm not sure what caused the penalty, but getting a little chippy. And we'll have another conference. How about that? Now, the Timberwolves on the play have a first down at the Trojan 41-yard line. I think it's going to be a personal foul against the Trojans, but then you always get the retaliation. You know, Fort Bragg did shove back, but that's kind of hard not to do when you're getting shoved around after a play out there, you know. Fort Bragg, though, is marching backwards here. So we'll just wait here and sort it out. It looked like the whistle had blown, and somebody knocked the ball loose from Morgan, and then there was a scramble for a fumble that really wasn't, and then the shoving started. It looked like, yeah, there might have been some piling on there too by the Trojans. But we have 4 officials down there talking it over, and at least 3 of them threw a flag, maybe all 4. So they'll go over and talk, I guess, to the Trojan huddle, which means it's probably against the Timberwolves. Coach is out there. I don't know. Not only does it make it difficult for the players and the coaches and the fans, it's not easy for the TV crew either when they have these long. We can't go to commercial, you know, so every time there's a stop like this by the officials, we just sit here. We can't do anything about it. Oh, here we go.
Good boy!
44. So there you have it. I hope you're able to hear that. A second unsportsmanlike conduct call has been called against Joseph Boyd for the Trojans. Because of that, he has been ejected from the game. He can no longer play. Another unsportsmanlike conduct was called on the Timberwolves sideline because one of the players ran out on the field during that melee, and that was called on the coach. Those are dead balls. Those offset then a third penalty, a 15-yard dead ball penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Trojans. First down, Timberwolves at the Trojan 25, and the officials just stopped action for some reason here. Only a minute has gone by. Only a minute has gone by here in this second quarter, and chain gang finally getting into place down there. So it's first down for Bragg at the Trojan 25-yard line as they finally get things sorted out here. When we come back to action, Clavel at quarterback is going to go out of the shotgun this time. He's got two men split out to the left. Rexroad with him in the backfield. He gives it to Rexroad over the left guard spot, and he's got decent yardage down to about the 20, about 5-6 yard pickup. So call it a 6-yard gain, second down and 4. 20-0 Timberwolves. They're going to try and add on here if they can. Clavel again out of the shotgun. This time Morgan splits out there. Myrtle slotted inside him on the left. Again, they give to Rexroad. He's got a hole, cuts back, and he's got a first down to the 10. Boy, that left side of the line has been doing an outstanding job for the Timberwolves over there. Jeremy Segura at guard. Also Johnny Delgado. Or I guess Segura's a tackle. Delgado at guard. And Isaac Arnold at center. Boy, that left side has just been opening up huge holes. There they go again. And Rexroad goes all the way down inside the 5. Down to the 4. Another 6-yard pickup. Same spot. Taking some time off the clock as well. And how about that? No penalties on 2 consecutive plays. So it'll be second down. Now the Timberwolves can get a first down inside the 1-yard line. Right now, though, they're knocking on the door at about the 4. Morgan in the backfield along with Robertson. Now Ponce starts left, now moves out to the right. Clavel right over center. Gives it to Robertson. Robertson diving over that left side. He's going to be short of the goal line by a couple of yards. It's going to be third down and 2. Down to 9 minutes to go, third quarter. 20-0 Timberwolves. So third down, about a yard to go. Timberwolves, like I said, can get a first down and not get a touchdown at about the 1-yard line. Again, Ponce now is tight end. Right side had a little trouble getting the formation. Clavel out of the shotgun. Bad snap. Picks it up. Trying to run himself. Gets hit. He's dropped. Fourth down. Bad snap that time is what created the problem in the backfield for the Timberwolves. And Clavel tried to maybe take off, but boy, there was nowhere to go. So 4th down and the ball all the way back to the 10-yard line. They might try a field goal here. Let's see. They'll throw the tee out there. Looks like they are going to try a field goal. Clavel to hold. Myrtle to kick. Ball spotted about the 17-yard line. Called a 27-yard field goal. Got plenty of distance. It's good. So 7:45 to go here in this third quarter. Fort Bragg 23 and Lower Lake nothing. So the Timberwolves leading 23-0 will kick it off. Justin Myrtle kicking about a 27-yard field goal there from about the 17-yard line. That is something that may become important later. Timberwolves to kick it off, leading 23-0. Apparently the clock was left running there, so it'll take a moment to clear the clock. So the Trojans, as I mentioned, didn't have too many. It didn't seem like they had too many reserves wandering the sidelines. One was taken away in an ambulance earlier tonight. I think he had some sort of leg injury, and that was Josh Fortunel. And then Joseph Boyd was kicked out of the game, so 2 of those reserves are no longer available to the Trojans on the far sideline. There's the kick, and again, it's going to the right sideline. This time it's picked up by Watson at the 29, cutting across field. Still on his feet. And out of bounds he goes. Near the bench. And Watson's sort of limping like he might have got his hamstring a little bit. Or maybe he was just skipping his way downfield. Anyway, the Trojans will have it first down, trailing 23-0. Fort Bragg, 7:28 to go, third quarter. So the Trojans huddle up. 2 men split out here left. Elijah Hernandez has been at quarterback the entire night. In the backfield, big number 16 back there. Got the spread formation. Far hash mark, throws, caught. Rexroad with a head tackle, and there's the flag. So that'll be 10 yards the other way, or maybe 15. I'm not sure if it's a personal foul or not, but first contact was in the head, or incidental face mask. 5-yard penalty. Coach Perkins trying to plead his case with the official down here, going, I don't think he grabbed the face mask. He's walking away from the official. Anyway, 7:17 to go, third quarter, 23-0 Timberwolves. 5-yard penalty brings it up to the 40-yard line, first down and 3. Hernandez, quick pass to the man on the sideline there, and no yards gained on that, maybe even lost because he went to the ground right away. Of course, in high school, you don't even need somebody to touch you. If you go down with your knee, you're down. So loss. Chain Gang's got it at second down. I thought maybe it was third down, but I guess it is second down. I'm not sure what happened with that penalty. But anyway, second down at about 4. Far hash mark for the Trojans. Hernandez, short drop, gets pressure, throws, caught, first down. Across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. Well, maybe short of the first down. Let's see where they spot it. It's going to be close. No, they've moved the chains. 6:20 to go, third quarter, 23-0 Timberwolves. I want to thank again our sponsors, Sport Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, North Coast Brewing Company, Mendocino Cookie Company, Dunlap Roofing, Ryan Perkins Attorney Law, Fort Bragg Transmission, all making it possible to bring you high school football from Timberwolves Stadium tonight. 1st and 10 Trojans. This time Hernandez on the run. And he is hit and dropped after picking up about 2 or 3 yards up to about the 45-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. The ball right at the 45. Hernandez on the far hash mark still. Looks things over. Got that spread formation and takes a snap. Looking right. Throws. Caught near the sideline. Watson makes the catch. Robertson on defense. Ball right up at about midfield. Short of the first down, I think. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down and about 2. Quickly now, the Trojans come up to the line of scrimmage. They might try and draw them off with a hard count. They give. Man's got a 1st down and more. Picking up some tough yards that time was Aries Brook. Trojans now in a hurry. 5:17 to go, no huddle. As the chain gang moves up 1st down across Timberwolves territory at the 49-yard or 44-yard line. Once again, Brook in the backfield along with Hernandez. Takes a snap, looks, in trouble, and down he goes. Penalty flags come flying in. Isaac Arnold and Cody Falassi in on the stop. Holding call against the Trojans, I think. The Timberwolves probably will take this penalty if it's from the... No, they'll decline it because of the sack. So loss of down, 2nd down, and about 18. 5:02 to go, 3rd quarter, 23-0 Timberwolves. The way it's going, maybe the officials should just leave their flags on the field and then, pick them up when there isn't a penalty. It's kind of save a little time, maybe. Third down now for the Trojans. One man splits way out to the right there, top of the screen for the Trojans. Hernandez takes a snap. And penalty flag or whistles blow, stopping the play. False start. Repeat 3rd down. So it'll be 3rd down and about 20 for the Trojans. And now there's still a flag on the field for something. Now what? There could be another penalty against... So a 15-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Trojans head coach. Bringing the ball back to the 29-yard line. And it's 3rd down and 10, 20, 30, 40, about 40 yards. 3rd and 40. So, what do you got in your bag of tricks for this one? 3rd and about 40. Ball spotted way back at your own 29-yard line. Got to get across midfield to the 34 of the Timberwolves for a 1st down. Back to pass. Hernandez, he throws. It's caught. Brook makes the catch near the sideline. Gets by Morgan, and out of bounds he goes. Robertson knocks him out of bounds. It'll be 4th down unless there's a penalty. So 4th down. Now roughing the quarterback call against the Timberwolves. So that'll go against the Timberwolves, an automatic first down. I've never seen anything like this with the officiating, and I've done a few high school play-by-play games in my career. Oh my goodness. Let the kids play, for crying out loud. This is more penalties, I think, more penalty yardage than actual yardage. First down, Trojans. Still a lot of time left in this game. Hernandez back to pass, setting up a screen. There it is. Brook makes the catch. There's a holding call against the Trojans. You can see it right here. The penalty is going to be bringing this one back, although they had a first down before they come back for this penalty. There's the holding call against the Trojans. So it'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It'll be first down. Looks like about 18 yards to go for the Trojans. The ball back across midfield at the 46. Through all this, 3:40 to go, third quarter, 23-0 the score. So the Trojans will retain possession. Remember, they were stopped on fourth down, but a roughing the passer call, or was going to be fourth down anyway, gave them a first down. They still got it now. First down, throwing deep, right sideline. A lot of arm, guys there. Oh, just off his fingertips. Gavin Watson. 46 yards in the air from my calculations. Good, strong arm from Elijah Hernandez. In fact, that one was very close to being a completion. Clock stops, 3:11 to go, third quarter. Fort Bragg scored first on a touchdown run from Cody Morgan. They had a touchdown pass from Clavel to Myrtle. They had a touchdown run again from Morgan. A field goal from Justin Myrtle. That's where we are. Second down and 18. Ball again at the 46-yard line of the Trojans. Hernandez rolling right, gets out of trouble, throws, pass is caught but or incomplete, and there's a penalty flag for pass interference probably. Even though Morgan got there about the same time the ball did. So that'll be another first down if that is the call, but let's wait and see. That's the call. I'm pretty much speechless now and probably just put the mic on the referee. Here, you call the game. You're doing a lot more talking than I am. Second down and short. This long third quarter, still 3 minutes to go. 15 minutes to go in the game altogether. Second and short, man comes in motion. Hernandez gives to Brook, the backfield. That time, I think it was Brook, number 2, the ball carrier. I think he's short of the first down. It's going to be third down and short. Thankfully, the clock running, and thankfully no penalty on that play. Brook remains in the backfield, the lone back, along with Hernandez. Out of the spread, man comes in motion. That time it might have been the Trojans on a legal procedure. It is. In fact, they jump, false start, so it'll be, instead of third and a yard, it'll be third and about 6. 2:22 to go, third quarter. So we'll see if the Trojans can convert. They're probably in 4-down territory anyway across midfield with the score 23-0. They trail. Hernandez looking to the right sideline. Pass is there. Complete. First down, Watson. At about the 34-yard line. First down, Trojans. Ball at the 34-yard line of the Timberwolves. Down to 2 minutes to go in this third quarter now. First down, Trojans. Out of the spread formation. 2 men left, 2 men right. Hernandez takes the snap, looks to his right. Pump fake, steps up in the pocket. He's hit. They can't get him now. He finally goes down. Arnold on the stop. Also there was Johnny Delgado. Segura also on the sack. Combined to get Hernandez for about a 1-yard loss. Boy, he's tough to bring down. He stepped up in the pocket nicely there, but couldn't get the throw off. Down to about a minute now to go in this third quarter. Second down and 12. Ball at the Timberwolves 36-yard line. Right in the middle of the field. Hernandez looking for a little screen over the middle. It goes to Brook. He's got it. He's got some room. He's got some blocks. He's got some speed to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It's the Trojans. Get pretty close. .9 seconds to go. The Trojans inside the Timberwolves 5-yard line with their first legitimate scoring opportunity here. Trailing 23-0. Well, they get in the end zone here and get a 2-point conversion. This game's going to get a little closer here. Well, see if they don't penalize themselves first. First and goal at the 4. Hernandez is just going to run it himself, and he's going to be short to about the 2-yard line. That could be the last play of this third quarter. They might get another play off. They don't seem to be in any hurry here. I think they're just maybe going to let the clock go. We'll see. Huddle up. 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. That should do it. There it is. They don't get the playoff, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. The score, Fort Bragg 23 and Lower Lake nothing. We'll be back with 12 more minutes of football, and when we come back, the Trojans have it at the 2-yard line of the Timberwolves. 23-0 the score, Fort Bragg. break. Okay, sorry about that. We had a little problem with our audio, but the penalty was, in fact, assessed at the 2-yard line, bringing it back to the 7-yard line on a procedure call against quarterback Hernandez. So, anyway, here we go. 2nd and goal from the 7. Just beginning the 4th quarter. Bad snap. It's on the ground, and Hernandez dives on it, and he's back even further as the Trojans have been steadily moving the wrong direction. So it'll be 3rd down and goal, all the way back now to about the 15 at a point where they're probably going to try and put it in the air. You might look for one of those little screen passes. They've been fairly successful. But anyway, 3rd and goal. So the Trojans come up to the line of scrimmage. Hernandez back, looking to his left. There's that little pass across the middle and dropped. Incomplete. 4th and goal. Man was open there. Coming across was, I think it was Gonzalez. Not sure. We don't have a number 4 in our program. That's part of the problem here. But anyway. Fourth and goal. And Coach Perkins calls a timeout. He wants a little water for the team. 11:04 to go. I think probably this is just, hey, all you have to do is keep them short of the goal line. Don't commit a penalty. Because if you do, it could be a 1st down. If it's a personal foul or a holding or those type of calls that were automatic 1st downs, you certainly don't want to make a mistake here, and perhaps that's what he's saying. By the way, we understand that Coach Perkins, if he gets a win tonight, this will be his 50th win as head coach of the Timberwolves. And he's been head coach back here for 6 years now. So that's pretty good. Some of the other coaches, Archer Anderson has hit 50 wins. Coach Moyer, of course, has hit that figure. The legendary coach that Coach Perkins used to assist many, many years ago. Roy been on the sideline of the Timberwolves as a JV coach and varsity coach for many, many years. And, of course, he took a hiatus moving over to the Arbuckle area, taking over a program there as well. So he spent a lot of time wearing that purple ball cap on the sidelines at practice and in games and on the road. And right now he's hollering someone out on the field may have missed an assignment. Anyway, 4th and goal. There's the pitch. Back it comes. Brooks, throw, touchdown. They did the double pass. So 6 points on the board for the Trojans on 4th and goal from the 14-yard line, and whatever Coach Perkins told him during that timeout. Got to watch those double passes, that's for sure. So now let's see if they probably go for 2. 23-6 is the score. 10:55 to go in the game. It only took a minute in the 4th quarter. Of course, they had it at the 1-yard line and took them a while to score, but now they'll go for 2. Hernandez, quick toss to the corner. Incomplete. So with 10:55 to go in the game, the score, Fort Bragg 23 and Lower Lake 6. Well, let's see if that fires up the Trojans. Fort Bragg's going to have to try and take some time off the clock at the very least with this drive. Maybe get some points on the board. Well, bit of a break here as we wait for the kickoff. All right, here we go. The Trojans get their first points. A 4th and goal double pass touchdown. As Hernandez gave it to Brooke. Brooke, instead of running the football, pulled up and threw it into the end zone. And unfortunately, the reason I took so long, I didn't have the number on the program of the person who caught the touchdown. So anyway, here's the kickoff. Onside kick, as one might expect, and the Timberwolves may not get it. I don't know. Let's see who's got it. Fort Bragg has it. So Fort Bragg has the onside kick at their own 42-yard line. That was a muffed kickoff. Well, what that means is if you, well, never mind, let's just go. Let's get this thing going. It's not a fumble, basically. Number 4 thought he'd recover a fumble, the kid that's not in the program, but he did not. All right, Clavel gives it to Robertson. Robertson right side, got some decent yardage up to midfield, got about 6 or 7 yards. 2nd down and about 3. We'll watch the clock now. That becomes a very important part of this game. 4th quarter, 10:33 to go in the game. Fort Bragg leading 23-6. So even with 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points, the Trojans would still be a point behind. Fort Bragg has some other ideas about that scoreboard, putting some more points up for them. 2nd and short. Clavel gives it to Morgan, and Morgan is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage, but boy, he's still on his feet. And he moves forward like a rugby scrum up to the 40-yard line. And Morgan gets up a little banged up there, limping a little. Anyway, Morgan with a good, tough run, encumbered by about 4 Trojans he was wearing as he crossed midfield. He just kept going. 1st down, Timberwolves at the 40. 9:41 to go in the game. 23-8 Fort Bragg, trying to notch one in the win column here. Number 50 for Coach Perkins for his career. There's the give. This time it's Morgan. Again, he breaks a tackle to the 30, and he's finally brought down at about the 30-yard line. Gets up slow with his shoulder there as Diego Gonzalez brings him down. And out he comes with that right shoulder a little limp. That was an injury that he sustained in August at the rodeo that occasionally causes him some problems. Anyway, he's still on the sideline over there. It is a 1st down for the Timberwolves. They've got it at the 30-yard line, 8:58 to go in the game. Should start that clock now. There it goes. Clavel gives it to Robertson. Robertson starts right, cuts back over the middle, and he's got some good yardage, picking up about 6 or 7 yards. Keeping the clock rolling. No penalties. Second down and about 3 now for Fort Bragg. Down to 8.5 minutes to go in the game. Again, that tight formation, 2 back split behind Clavel. Gives it to the 2nd man through. That's Rex Road. He's on his feet. He's still gone down inside the 10. 1st and goal. Timberwolves at the 9. Kind of a slippery runner, Rex Road. He looks like he isn't going that fast, and all of a sudden he just kind of finds a hole and takes off. So 1st and goal, just inside the 10. The ball at the 9-yard lines. Timberwolves now trying to put the nail in the coffin here, leading 23-8. Trojans may have jumped off sides. the tackle for the Timberwolves jumped Mitchell, but I think he was, it was encroachment or whatever you want to call it. If somebody's about ready to pop you're okay if you move, as long as they're across the line when you move. So that helps. That's 5 yards closer to the goal line, and now it's 1st and goal from the 4. Robertson in the backfield with Rexroad. Clavel gives it to Rexroad over the left side. Still on his feet, dives forward. Touchdown, Timberwolves. The Trojans think they have the football on a fumble recovery. I don't know. Officials already called a touchdown. So it's 29-6 here now at Timberwolves Stadium with 7:34 to go in the game. That was an important score. That just basically, there's still, enough time, but the way this game has been played so far, it looks really rosy for Fort Bragg at this point. This time Ponce now in the backfield looks a little confused. Now he's coming to this side of the formation. Timbers are going to go for 2. Clavel with the back in the I formation. Gives it the first guy through. Morgan, he walks in, untouched. Extra point is good, and the score 31-6. 7:34 to go in the game. So a nice drive that time for Fort Bragg. They did get a couple of penalties there to help them, but they answered the score. The Trojans put one on the board, and Fort Bragg took the kickoff after an onside kick, went down and scored. And now, like I said, 7:34 to go, leading 31-6. This game looks, well, I won't say it's over because that can be a curse, but I think Coach Perkins is pretty darn close to his 50th career win here tonight. In fact, about 7 minutes and 34 seconds away, perhaps. So Fort Bragg will kick it off. This is a big win. The Timberwolves have to go on the road and take on the Kelseyville Knights next week at Kelseyville. And that is always a difficult place to play. They're always a good, well-coached team over there at Kelseyville. I'm sure this year will be no different. And I think they're getting close to that Pear Festival over there, Canocti area, so I think we'll be nice time of year to get over that way next week. All right, there's the kickoff. It's a low kick picked up by Brook, and he's got some room up the sideline, and he might go all the way. Just knocked out of bounds. The last man got him at about the 35-yard line. Aries Brook that time sort of tiptoeing softly and then got to the left sideline and almost went all the way. Boy, that would have been an interesting turn of events, but as it is, they've got great field position, 7:22 to go in the game at the Timberwolves 37-yard line. Far hash mark, first down Trojans. Elijah Hernandez takes the snap, gives it to Brook, and he's got some decent yardage. Right up the middle he goes, up to about the 30-yard line. Trojans moving quickly now with a no-huddle offense. Down to 7 minutes to go in the game. 2 men split right. 1 man splits, or 2 men out left as well. 1 man in the backfield with Hernandez. He gives to him. Brook, he's hit immediately and knocked down for a loss. Whistle blows that time. Nice stop that time. That was James Nelson. And then, of course, you had to have your penalty flag come flying in there at the end. Looks like that might be against the Timberwolves, too. So there it is, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down Trojans, and they're right back knocking on the door with 6:53 to go in the game. This is what happened at Cloverdale last week, although they're way ahead this time. Fort Bragg scores a touchdown late in the game and a short kickoff, and boom, bang, bing, Cloverdale's in the end zone. So there's the pass incomplete from Hernandez. intended for Watson. 6:43 to go. Second down, the ball spotted at the Timberwolves' 18-yard line. Trojans, who had been running sort of a no huddle, now with the clock stop, will huddle up. Boy, a long game. It's going to be close to 11 before this game ends. Almost 10:30 now. Penalties will extend the game interminably, especially the way they've been called tonight. Second down, 18-yard line. Hernandez rolling right, throws, got a man open. Watson makes the catch, and out of bounds he goes, stopping the clock at about the 17-yard line. 6:35 to go. So it'll be third down, about 5 yards to go. The ball at the 13-yard line. If they get it to the 8, they can get a first down. Clock stopped, 6:35 to go in the game. 31-6 the score. Not too many turnovers. Again, I don't have a stat, man. I don't think we've had any. Back to pass is Hernandez. He's in trouble. He throws just as the whistle blows. So that will be a sack. That means the clock should continue to run, although it has not. It has stopped. 6:28 to go. Or did they call that incomplete? Well, they got it to the line of scrimmage. Fourth down. It was a sack. I don't know why the clock's not running. Now it is, I think. No, still not. Well, anyway. The Chain Gang has it at fourth down. I thought it was third, but fourth down, I guess. Anyway, Hernandez back, throwing to the end zone in the corner. Man is there, but good coverage. Oh, come on. A flag goes flying in. Hernandez' pass was incomplete. Robertson had perfect coverage. Watson was there. You can see it on the TV. That cannot possibly be called pass interference, can it? Unbelievable. That was just a terrible call if that's pass interference. There's just no excuse for that. And I try and keep my opinions to myself, but come on. Take a look at that, folks. Scrub it back and take a look. Oh, it's offensive. That's more like it. Okay. Fort Bragg gets the ball. I apologize to the official for being, making an assumption there. But, Timberwolves call a timeout. There's 6:18 to go in the game. They've got the ball over on downs. It's their own 18-yard line, and I imagine, again, Coach Perkins is just basically saying, don't turn the ball over, don't make any mistakes. There's a timeout now for the Timberwolves. Getting that ball back. $6:18 to go in the game. Fort Bragg 31, Lower Lake 6. Fort Bragg has the football. And as long as we don't have penalties, I imagine they're going to keep it on the ground and try and just run the clock down at this point. And if they get any points on the board, that'll be a bonus. Here we go. Back split behind Clavel. He'll give it to the first man through. That's Morgan, and he is tripped up after a short gain over the right side. Actually picked up maybe about 4. Down to 6 minutes to go in the game. Actually called about a 5-yard pickup, second down and 5. They move it across the 20 up to the 24. Again, Clavel with his back split behind him. Over center. This time he gives it to Rex Road, tries the left, then back over across to the middle, and almost tackled by the helmet that time, but not quite. It would have been a penalty, but it's still a first down. Timberwolves, ball out at the 39-yard line. Or, I'm sorry, the 34-yard line. Down to 5:19 to go in the game. Timberwolves trying to take a little time off the clock, hoping that the referee will count for him now so he won't get a penalty for delay a game. Clavel gives. Once again, Rexroad. Nice diving forward there. Under 5 minutes to go now. There's a penalty flag. That'll stop the clock, and that'll be probably some sort of personal foul. Might have been a piling on. It almost looked like it, but they didn't call it, and then maybe somebody got a little chippy. I don't know. That's it. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call. 15 yards against the Trojans. The ball across midfield now at the Trojan 47. 4:49 to go in the game. Fort Bragg 31, Lower Lake 6. Again, trying to just put this thing in the books. Well, first down. Clavel over center, back split behind him. Gives to Morgan. Morgan starts right, cuts back left. Over the middle he goes and is tackled at the 40-yard line, just short of the first down. Morgan's got probably over 100 yards tonight. Again, I don't have a stat man, but I would think that's a safe guess. Be 2nd and 1, 4:23 to go in the game. The first down here, and they can really run the clock down, again, as long as there aren't any penalties. They just need to get another first down. There's the give. Rexroad's got a first down. Up across the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go. And now, remember, you could take 35 seconds of play. I'll let you folks do a little math here. You can, if you keep the ball on the ground, the clock's not going to stop. So basically, if they get one more first down, this game's over, pretty much, as long as it takes them a couple plays to do it. Clavel gives it to Robertson. Robertson, again, comes around the left side, gets some great yardage. Tough run. This is what you want to do on first down, is pick up some and then kind of, like I said, take a few plays to get the first down. Down to 3 minutes to go in the game. 2nd down and 4. 31-6 Timberwolves. It's not like it's a close game. It's just, you want to be smart here. There's a give to Robertson. Look at him burst through and still on his feet. And finally brought down at about the 15-yard line. That'll be another first down. I don't see any penalty flags. Down to about 2.5 minutes to go in this game, and that should do it. Now what? A timeout? Well, for some reason, Coach Perkins wants a timeout here. 2:36 to go. Probably just reinforce what I've been saying here. Don't make any mistakes. Don't fumble the ball. We can run the clock out and run back to the locker room with a win.
Floodwood, Minnesota.
2:36 to go. Fort Bragg 31. Lower Lake 6. The Timberwolves have been in front the entire game. I want to thank our sponsors, the community businesses that make it possible to bring you this truly community event at Fort Bragg High School. So be sure and thank them if you have a chance. Mike Slaughter and the gang at Sport Chrysler Jeep Dodge, your favorite sport. North Coast Brewing Company. Pat does an outstanding job brewing their many beers and ales that they have there. Dunlap Roofing, done once, done right. Dunlap, Mendocino Cookie Company, Zappa Coffee. Here we go. Timberwolves now, 1st and 10. They give to Morgan. Morgan, tough run again. Takes his lumps as he moves his momentum, gets him close to a first down. I think, did he get one? I think he might have. I think it's 1st and goal. I think he got inside the 10. He did. It's 1st and goal, Timberwolves. 2:24 to go in the game. Now, this will be interesting. Leading 31-6. Do you try and score? Do you take a knee? We'll see. Clavel gives it to Morgan. Morgan's not going to take a knee. He's going to get a touchdown, Timberwolves. And that'll do it for sure. 37-6. Not as if Trojans had much of a chance to begin with, but now it is definitely pretty much over. Ryan Perkins, attorney at law. We want to thank him. He's got to be proud of his brother tonight. Roy with his 50th career win on the sidelines, wearing that purple and white. Also want to thank Fort Bragg Transmission and Auto Repair. Dave Chimolino, he spent a little time in purple and white on the sidelines as a player and as a coach. Thanks again, Sport Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, North Coast Brewing Company, Mendocino Cookie Company, Dunlap Roofing, Ryan Perkins, attorney at law, and Fort Bragg Transmission. There's the extra point kick. It is up, and it is good. 38-6, the score with 2 minutes to go. I think now I can safely say this game's over. Not officially, of course, but for all intents and purposes. Big congratulations again to Coach Roy Perkins on his 50th win. Little fog, it looks like. Some sort of misty fog rolling in now. You might be able to see that on the camera. Good thing there's only 2 minutes to go, because sometimes this fog will roll in and get so thick you can't even see the stands across the way. You're kind of getting an idea what I'm talking about here. It is starting to get kind of thick out here. Well, one thing Coach Perkins said before the game is his defense needed to do a good job here tonight, and they certainly have. So there's the kick. Taken by Brook. He pitches it back. And now he's going to reverse field. There's a clip they don't call. He's still trying to get there, and finally he's knocked out of bounds. Penalty flags all over the field here. Cody Velocity real slow getting up. .145 left on the scoreboard. On the field, we don't know. It depends on the penalties. A 15-yard penalty on the Timberwolves. Nelson, I guess, struck a defenseless player. All I remember about high school football is on kickoffs, there was no such thing as a defensive player. And you had guys that weren't playing a lot that were on special teams that were just looking for somebody to hit, no matter whether they were defenseless or not. But anyway, the fog, again, starting to come across the field now, and Hernandez takes the snap. Looking to his left, throwing deep. Got a man there, actually, and it's incomplete. Stopping the clock with 1:38 to go. But miraculously, I don't see a flag. At this point, you just don't want to get anybody hurt on the last few plays of this game. I think that's where we are. 1:37 to go. So it'll be second down. 38-6 Timberwolves. Just a matter of finishing this thing out now. There's a screen pass. Caught. And he slips and falls as he tries to make his break. And again, that's a number 4, which is not in our program, unfortunately. Now what? Penalty flag? Gotta be. Of course. Far side. That's just really preposterous. That's all I can say. I'm not going to make any more comments, but come on, officials. If you get paid by the hour, I understand. But if not, thank you. No penalty. First down, Trojans. Ball at the 34. Now, since that was a run for a first down, yeah, there goes the clock. Down to 1:20 to go. Trojans again up to the line of scrimmage on a first down play. Looking right this time, Hernandez, pump fake. Now he throws, and Gavin Watson makes the catch. It's kind of tough to bring down, but they keep him in bounds at about the 19-yard line. Under a minute to go, they'll bring the chain gang up and start the clock. Kind of tough to see with that fog. First down now. Under a minute. Hernandez looking left. Throws. There's that little screen pass. And he is caught. Nice tackle. Myrtle made the stop that time. 45 seconds to go. Ball down at the 10-yard line. Second down and 5. Trojans just trying to put a little something on the scoreboard so they can take maybe a nicer bus ride home. Hernandez looks to his left. Now he throws across the middle. Touchdown, Trojans, with 28 seconds to go. Penalty flag on the play. Wouldn't you know it? And my guess is it's against the Trojans. It's kind of the story of the game. They get a touchdown, and it doesn't count. Doo-doo, you guessed it, a penalty. So this could be the last play of the game, depending on whether it's an incomplete pass or not. But there's 28 seconds to go. Hernandez looks over the defense. Looking to his right, gets hit, steps forward, now throws to the corner, and oh, come on. Come on, 10 seconds to go. The official's going to call a pass interference. And that means we'll just, wait here another 20, 30 seconds while they set it up. Or maybe more while they talk it over, which means it's probably going to be at the 2-yard line. It'll be against the Timberwolves. It'll be a first down, and with 10 seconds to go, the Trojans might be able to get a touchdown. So it'll be second down, 10 seconds to go in the game. There's the penalty being marched off. Well, let's see. Do you think maybe they'll call a timeout? Here we go. That fog making it a little difficult even for our high-def cameras now. There we go. Hernandez, pump fake. He's sacked. And come on, just let the game in. There's 2 seconds left. You really don't need to stop the clock. Oh, my goodness. The Trojans have called a timeout with 2 seconds to go, trailing 38-6. I told you. I told you they'd call a timeout, didn't I? Oh, my goodness. Well, there's not much more to say, so I won't say much more. I want to thank our sponsors one more time, including our friends at Sport Chrysler Jeep Dodge, your favorite sport. Also, Fort Bragg Transmission and Auto Repair, not just transmissions, but auto repair too. Ryan Perkins, attorney at law. Mendocino Cookie Company, North Coast Brewing Company, and Dunlap Roofing. Thank you for making it possible to bring you Timberwolves football. 3rd and goal at the 9. This, unless there's a defensive penalty, this will be the last play of the game. Unless it's a touchdown, I guess, too. Here we go. 2.8 seconds. Hernandez back, looks, throws, catch, game over. He's in, touchdown. I guess the game won't quite over.
For a 15-yard pass for the Lower Lake Trojans.
There's no time left. The final score is 38-12. I guess they're going to let them do the extra point. No, that's the end of the game. Thank you, Kirk, and the officials. That's the final, the score from Timberwolves Stadium. Fort Bragg 38, the Lower Lake Trojans 12. I'm Lindy Peters from MendocinoTV.com. Have a great evening, everybody. Next week we'll be in Kelseyville. Hope you'll join us there. For MendocinoTV.com, I'm Lindy Peters. Good night, everybody.